Sometimes you'll just sit in your room and you'll get hit with those moments of nostalgia. What was, when you were happy, when things were different, when you didn't wake up and you didn't have this anchor on your chest, and after a while, you start to realize it doesn't get much better, because you start to realize everything that's bad with the world. You only focus on one side. You start to see everything that's going wrong. When people say to make your bed in the morning, all right, because it's a positive start to your day, it is. All right, because the people who say, oh, the bed's just going to get messy again, you're missing the point. The point is to feel good. In life, it feels good to feel good. And one piece of advice that everybody misses out on actually telling you is that you're limited. All right, you're limited to exactly what you can do and how much time you have to do it. Because eventually you won't have the effort. You won't have the energy to get up and get it anymore. One day the drive will just be gone and you won't want it anymore. And eventually you just won't care. But in those times, that is like a devil. It's like a demon that's going over. It's like your life will be nothing. You will amount to nothing. But you have to push past that. In those times is actually when you should realize that your life is worth something, that you are doing something right. Because even when you're going to the gym, you're eating healthy, you're trying to eat more, because how many times do you forget to even drink water during the day? I mean, sometimes you don't realize that even your own body will eventually one day just be somewhere in the ground, to fill in with this earth, to go back exactly where you started. Sometimes you have to cut everything out and live exactly for this moment. It doesn't matter what time it is. It doesn't matter what you have to do during the day. If you want to do something, if you want to say something, unfortunately, you get out there and you do it. All right? You're here for a good time, not a long time. All right? And I'm not encouraging you to go out there and pop pills and hit your vape 24/7. And I just want you to feel good about yourself. All right? I want you to go out there and I just want you to not even necessarily happiness. Just you don't want to have to sit there and rot. And you realize that when you're by yourself and you've let those thoughts take over, that overthinking, you get to a point where you have no answers. You're sad, but why are you sad? And then this thing happened to you and then you can't accept it. But you realize all these things. Because you realize that you have to take control of your life. If you actually want to change and you're not just saying it, you have to grab your life by the throat and take control. In reality, you're not quitting anything. You're just taking control of your life. Far too long you will live your life for other people. And then eventually you'll be left in the dust and you'll realize that you have to pick something and you have to do something, you have to be something, and that you have to be somewhere again. Because after you graduate from high school, you start to realize that you don't have to be at any place or with any person at any given time. You could kind of be anywhere, do anything. If you wanted to get in a car, if you were blessed enough to have one, and drive to California, if you're not, and drive anywhere, you could. Or hop on a plane and go anywhere. Everything is temporary. Take every single moment in your life and hold on to it. All right? Because eventually it will become a memory. You might hate being at work at that moment. All right? But eventually you'll be at your room. Eventually you'll be somewhere else. And you'll wish that maybe you could go back. That maybe times were better then, But you didn't take it for granted. You didn't take it for exactly what it was. And you let the moment slip you by. So I tell you, if you're waiting for something in this life, if you're waiting to do something, if you're waiting for the moment to be right, you're probably going to wait forever. You know, I mean, take a look at your life. You know, you do the same thing every day. You know, people tell you to do the same thing. You make people proud. You go to school, you do the same thing. You drive for money. But money is only temporary. You know, you can't take it to the grave with you. But these experiences, these people you meet, that's a different story. You know, you could in a way, it's connected to you, you know, and you feel that. You know, that ex-girlfriend that broke up with you, you know, and maybe you had something there, but it lingers with you for a while. You know, sometimes you don't forget it. You know, and then you start to ask those questions on the universe, but then you realize that everything is temporary. Everything is temporary, guys. Your life, this moment, you know, this video, you know, there's only so long it can go on for. There's only so many things. There's nothing in this world. There is nothing in this world that could solve the pain of being you. You know, and maybe that's okay. You know, you're destined to be the person you are. You're going to become who you are. Make it a good life. All right, nobody's future has been written yet. Go out there and make it a good one. You know, do not waste it. You know, your time of restlessness and foreverness of nothing will come. You know, this life is temporary. You have been blessed on this world. You know, for some reason you're here and you're able to see and breathe and walk and go out there and be able to meet people and do things. You should be doing them. To follow your gut. There's a reason. This universe has put those thoughts and ideas inside of you for a reason. Don't let them go to waste. You know, when you lose a person, when you lose a moment, you realize how badly you really wanted to hang on to it, you know, and then it becomes a memory. You know, and memories are really all you have in this world. You know, it doesn't matter how much. It doesn't matter if you build an empire. It doesn't matter if you make $1 million. Know the most people. It all came down to if you enjoyed your life. You know, and when you die, all of that will be answered. You know, because it will all be brought together and it will have that meaning. Every single thing is temporary. Everything. Eventually, it will go. Time will not allow things to stay in the same place forever. Comparison is the thief of joy. All right, stop comparing yourself. Everybody's only focused on one thing, themselves. You know, those inner thoughts, everybody has the same thing. It's all, get out there and enjoy your life. All right? And if you made it this far in the video, I want to thank you. You know, I really appreciate you, and you're watching my videos, and, you know, I thank you. You know, and stay tuned for my another upcoming video. It's going to be coming up soon. My Q&A. You know, I recently made a post on the YouTube post section, and I asked you guys to ask me questions. You know, and in a few days, I'm going to be picking a few and answering them, you know, and making a video about it. You know, thank you guys for everything, and get out there and enjoy your day and realize that this moment and just this life, it's temporary, and you never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. All right? And if there is one more thing you could do for me, it's you can stay positive. All right? Thank you.